Hello there. Hello there. I'm gonna say that was a pretty good time with the music, I thought. Very rare does the music sort of end at the same time. I'm like, cool. Alright. I've got the PC client open, just going to get Tamin open in the background. Assuming nothing goes wrong. Alright, let's get going. Alright, so while I was waiting, I just did a battle on here because I thought, well, why not? Plus it means less for you guys to have to go through, so that's another positive, I'd guess. Shall we knock out a squad arena battle? Just started streaming already, taking a break. Wow. Hey, I'm not taking a break. You put CLS, Caradun and Chopper in a squad and it actually got holds for some whatever reason. Choppers are probably the odd one there, but CLS and Kara can work well together, so that's not bad. Let's go poking this. Yeah, I did like when Kara's Doom First Attack came out. The idea that you could do Kara and CLS and it, but the idea he'd gain turn meter and she'd remove it. It's quite a nice little bit of synergy. Okay, so this is an horrendous battle. I'm not really anticipating winning it, but let's just see if we can hang in there a bit. This will pretty much do nothing, but go on. Actually, Retribution's probably horrendous for us. I'm essentially against an opponent here who's got a good cron and I do not. That's the top and tail of it. Okay, we'll do that. I'm pretty sure my cat hasn't got an insta-kill yet either because I tried to protect Ahsoka. Well, to be honest, right, that's a good call for you, Drafts, as far as what do you feel is more important for you. I mean, if you want to help the guild, then something like a Brood Alpha Cron would be useful. But if you think to yourself, you know what, it'd be beneficial if I had something for Grand Arena. That way I can get more crystals and then I can actually work towards other projects like guild projects more efficiently. Then go for the Grand Arena one. Yeah, I've got my hat here. I thought I'll just go hatless for a bit. It wasn't shining too much on my forehead, so I thought, okay, that's good. I'm pretty sure I could still take them on, but I'm going to say it's this Padme Cron. It's really started to be a pain in the backside. Hey up, Sopper. Yeah, it is a hairline. I'm going to say it's a very receding hairline at that. Like, when I say receding, it's actually hard to see where it stops. Here we go. But yeah, as far as the guild, I'd be thinking about, if you were talking about doing Geos, Poggles, Omicron, that is actually a good option, as far as if you want to do something for the guild. But it's like I said, if you want to try and focus on doing something for yourself first, so that then you've got more resources in the bank to help the guild later on, do it that way. I don't know why this is... The chat here just decides out of nowhere to not keep updating, so I keep missing messages. Soppy, you logged back into your old account and got all the new quests because you were level 55. That's pretty cool. It's one advantage to going back into an old account, for sure. Team X8, this battle we usually win, but goes to the last few. Yeah, it's definitely feeling this way. I mean, if anything, I'm really just trying my hardest to claw past Padme, but she's really been stubborn. Once you got Padme out, it's not too bad, but it just takes forever. Especially when you're trying not to assist. I wouldn't do Vader's third Zeta early on. It's one that can be useful in Grand Arena in 3v3 because you can make use of the leadership, but I wouldn't say it's worth getting it over other things that you probably do need it early on. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat on my phone for the messages I missed, and I'm also trying to just win this battle. It's not like I need to win this, but it's just personal pride at this point. I actually want to beat this kit. Full auto. I think we've actually got the makings of the win here. So you got the Ninth Sister Cron. I think it'd be a good match. Yeah, the Ninth Sister Cron's one I've got on my main. It's pretty good as far as, especially with the level 6, it feels like there's a lot of attacks going on, a lot more exposed damage, but I feel like JMK would probably have enough in the bank as far as... I mean, I'm just looking at Cat here. I think we'd probably have a good advantage with Cat. Are we talking about BAM or The Mandalorian? If you're talking about BAM, you really want... Well, to be honest, you want pretty much every Zeta except for IG-11s, which you want, but you don't need. Here we go. Cash that lot in. Yeah, like with my... Yeah, so you're talking about the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, you want both the Bosks. You want Grief's... Let me get this right. Grief's second special. His first special's a luxury, but second special is the important one. You want Mandalorian's unique, which grants Term Eater. And after that, it's kind of luxury. I'd say it depends who your other bounty hunters are. It's the good one on my main. It's the one with the long text. Alright. We got an upgrade. Just in time for Grand Arena to end. Ooh. Let's cash some of this then. All of that lot for 52 pieces. I mean... And that pack's gone as well. Great. If that pack had been there, I would have blown it, but... Go on. 52 pieces for 600 of that one piece, though. Scandalous. Yeah, so you don't need Mando's leadership Zeta, you just need the unique. Griefs, you want the second special. It's what when I'm playing the game, I'll always call it Uno Reverse, because it's essentially a cleanse that just gets rid of all the debuffs on your team. You know me, I always go for the technical terms. Right. I didn't really want to use this energy right now, but we've got a bit of it hanging around, so... There we go, that's not too bad. Nothing special here. We only need 10 to get tech to Ralix. And then ship some mods. I think I did. I think I did the mod I was working on last night, which was Cad Bane. Sorry, not Cad Bane. I have actually done a Cad Bane mod recently. It was actually quite a good roll. I got 26 speed on an arrow, a crit avoid arrow. But it was Poe I was working on here. What was the next one I was working on though? I need to start writing these down so that I don't have to keep going to bot channels just to find things out. It was Dakar, that was it. Dakar Square. Let's narrow that down a bit. By the by, she needs so much love and attention. I've been criminally undertreating her. There we go. People in the UK looking forward to the Euros. You're in the US and ready for that in the Copa America. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Euros. I think it all falls on that line of who likes football and who doesn't. I mean, I feel like at this time of year there's like a swath of people who are more upset that the football's taking over like the regular programming, like soap operas and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna say for myself, I'm looking forward to it. I know I saw a prediction video pop up on my timeline the other day for the Copa America. I can't say I've got an idea who's going to do well in that, but I think it'll be interesting. Bellingham's the missing key for us. I think he's obviously going to be important. You can't knock it. Well, he's done for Real Madrid this season. You take a player like that out of a team, it's a big mess. But I've been saying it pretty much since, what, we're talking two weeks ago now, maybe? It's why I don't pay much note to these friendlies, because they blow things way out of proportion. So I'm just taking it as it comes. Alright, I need to run this bot again because I've remodded since I last run it. And I want to know what to roll. Canada drew 0-0 with France. That's very good. Ooh, okay. I was not expecting that. I mean, I'm not doing anything with it because I can't, but I will just show it off. Apparently, Queenie down here. There she is. Apparently she's got... Oh, hang on, this can't be it, surely. Oh, it's the arrow. The arrow, right. I'll take that back. 22 speed arrow. That's pretty decent. I think someone like General Grievous would... Oh, actually, no, not Grievous because the speed set, but there's going to be someone out there who'd like that, I bet. Someone who can benefit from a speed mod with health primary. I bet there aren't many, but I bet there's some character in the roster who could benefit. Yeah, I didn't know it was being held in the US. I mean, I suppose it's in preparation for the World Cup, isn't it? With it's joint between US and Mexico, isn't it? So I think maybe it's just preparation for that. If I was to ask to guess, anyway. Salty Health Diamond. There we go, 18 speed. USA lost Colombia 5-1. Okay. I mean, I've said this before about the US. I feel like they've got, as a nation, they've got the size to be an absolute mammoth in football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. Yet, for some reason, they just haven't landed it on the men's team yet. They've got there with the women's, and I'm really proud, well, proud as in, proud observer, if you like, at that. But, yeah, I just find it balmy how they haven't been able to get it with the men's yet. I don't know if it's infrastructure or if it's just something completely different. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. 5 out of 10. I think I've heard of Berhalter. I think I actually saw a video recently describing him on a list of people who've failed upwards. Yeah, I definitely could agree. I think that would be a problem as far as people being pulled away a bit too easily. Which again is a shame. Can I just point out, by the way, this is a really bad mod for Sith Empire Trooper, but we'll carry on rolling. Okay, and I'm going to do something I really shouldn't do, but... Nope. Nope. I was trying to get rid of that one. It was pretty much a dud roll. Go on for 40. I'll give it one more go. Oh. Chances are, right, when you want to calibrate a mod, and like say you've got like those other 3 offense, protection, tenacity, and you're trying to get the speed, you'll end up re-rolling one of them. You know, you'll get tenacity into tenacity and all that lot. Yeah, the one time I'm trying to go for speed into speed, it says, no, we're going to give you another one. Oh, that was just sod's law. Oh well, 21 speed defense. I mean, I'm not crying out for that on my Sith Empire Trooper, but it's there. I still need to do some actual bleeding mod energy, though. I'm going through these way too quick. Tusken Raider Diamond. Yeah, I can have a look at something on Discord. Just bear with me, I'm juggling a bit here. Diamond. I'm right there, Tusken Raider Diamond. It's 14 speed, fair enough. It's alright, usually this bot goes for like faster mods, bigger mods, you know, like 6s. So I'm surprised it was a 5. Okay, I'm not going to do any more as mad that sounds because I've used the energy, but it's progress. Did I get pinged somewhere? I'm guessing in here? Oh, I get 80 Slave 1 shards. That's pretty cool. I mean, Slave 1's a very odd ship as far as when it first came out. That and Scimitar were rated as like the bee's knees of ships. And until Executor, Slave 1 really fell off the meta. And even now, you could argue it's kind of like a nice bit of Slave 1 rather than the build around. The nice bit of Executor, not the nice bit of Slave 1. Just Slave 1. Alright, we got all that, so go to Stat. Okay, so that's done. I'm really doing a bad job of using my energy today. Like, every chance I'm getting, I'm giving this away. Alright, they're a repeat piece, so I can actually afford to farm this bit. You know, even here where it gives me 10, I'm like, go on, I'll do a bit more. Right, we'll leave it at that. It's just normal energy. I feel like I'm finally making a bit of progress. Like, I've got Zori to Rally 3. I'm going to try to take it to Rally 5. I'm going to do the same pretty much across the line here. And then hopefully I've got a bit of time to get some of these up as well. I think the only one who I'd want higher than 5 is Kiadi for the damage. Alright, just use 4 energy. Okay. Yeah, the experience, by the way, is solid. I don't think I actually responded to that, but it is solid as far as you're able to get a good leg up, you know, get some early levels to get to 85 faster. I think that's something that they've really done well as far as acknowledging that that was a problem. I mean, I'm curious if anyone who's looked at the changes like me, but not actually gone through it. I don't think anyone can actually say what they've done is bad. You know, I don't think there's any actual criticism of it, you know, as far as... I know you can always argue what more can be done, but I think if you're talking about positive changes, I think all of it is positive. I don't think there's anything that's like, oh my god, this is actually bad for the game. I mean, I suppose that's the question you got to ask someone who doesn't really know the game. You know, I'm saying that with darts, obviously, he's played it, so it's like, I think he might have a point, but the only way to know is if someone who hasn't played gives it a shot, I guess. If you put second Zeta cracks, you want the unique Zeta over the special Zeta. The special Zeta is arguably one you can skip. The actual unique makes everything work well. You're getting close to fleets. Good luck and commiserations, I guess. We might have an ult. Yeah, there we go. It's funny in principle, but I think I've mentioned it before. My main account, was created in 2015 or 2016, and I didn't start playing it until 2018. And once I joined like Squad Arena and Fleet Arena, or at least when I started playing it, It was horrendous because I was facing against opponents that got loads bigger accounts and way more things to beat me with. So yeah, it's definitely worth starting a new account in that sense rather than trying to progress in an old shard. At least back then it was anyway. Probably now with Squad Arena being moot, it's not as important. Alright, I'm just going to do a battle here just to bounce out. I don't think I've moved from second in a day or two. I'm not complaining, it's just pretty funny. I mean, that is rough. I mean, I'm facing someone smaller than 10.2 million today, so yeah, I've got to give me sympathy to you there, Drafts. That's poor luck of the draw. I've said it repeatedly and I will keep saying it. They need to fix that in GAC where you can't face someone who's bigger than you like that. You know, I think by the point you're at my level, it's kind of acceptable as far as, okay, maybe someone's got smaller GP, but they've got better skill. But I think with respect to you in Carbonite, Bronzium, etc., chances are you're not facing someone who's got like, zero skill. They've just got zero effort. So yeah, you shouldn't be punished for it. Someone who wants to put all GLs on defense, do one battle and win. I honestly couldn't tell you, Sopper. It's been that long since I did it. Yeah, that's what's been happening to you, Max. I mean, I don't mind it. You know, I'm okay staying second. It's less battles for me to do in a day. But if Magu I share payout with, if they're like, I want, you know, I'm going to take second because I want to hang around here myself, I don't mind the climb. Stun you as well. Just all the stuns. Okay, apparently GK didn't get that memo. Honestly, the mods will, they'll be painful. I was talking about this counter last night. Well, actually, I wasn't really talking about it. Someone else was, and I just hopped on the conversation. But it was just the idea that this battle is so weird as far as it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and then all of a sudden you just start deleting enemy units. It's beautiful to witness, but it's weird. Alright, that's one thing, I guess. Slacker will take another turn, so we are going to stun... Okay, I wanted to stun Ahsoka, but apparently we're not going to. Great. Right, now we stun Ahsoka. Just save a dispelling and doing all those things. Alright, swap with Slacker. And we'll actually poke. Sweet. I think that's the balmy thing for me with this as well, the fact that he starts gaining so much mastery, he just keeps going and going and going and going and going. You're like, chill, Slacker, take a break. Oh, it's absolutely mental. He's like, here he goes again. Oh, I love it. It's balmy, but I love it. Plus, you can see we've nearly got all our banners back. Well, I'm counting that as my hydrate, Ada. Hello there. How you doing, Duck? It's a great day to be a Slacker owner. I'm doing alright, I'm doing alright. By the by, It's a bit of a shame you aren't playing Swagger right now after all those first order tunes you built up, because Slacker is really powerful right now. Datacrons be glorious. At least when they're feeling as powerful as they are. But yeah, I'm doing alright. I've had a good day. So yeah, we're just stalling a little bit. Oh, Jedi Survivor? Cool. I haven't picked it up for a little while, but I know I could do with getting back to it at some point. Just for a bit, like you say, try and get some extra completion on it. Alright, let me mute my mic 1 second. There we go, won't burn your drums out. We're on an ad break, sorry folks, so here we go. I mean, I'm trying to think what I'm doing this week, to be honest, because I always find this week off from GAC interesting, because there are times when I'm like, I do want to stream, but I'm kind of a bit busy in other areas, so I just put it to one side for a little bit, like last month. But then there have been months when I've really enjoyed the week off, where I've been able to do other things like Fallout, Hitman, Jedi Survivor, but I never feel like I get a good run at something. So it's like I'm saying to myself, I will try and do some Fallout this month again, because I want to try and carry on that PC playthrough I was doing. I need to be able to get that, what you call it, screenshot. I mean, I did say about the ads. I can only do so much about them. Let me get rid of these notifications just while they're here. I've said it before, I think. Red dots on Discord, they wind me up. At least when it's just like a bunch of everyone's, you know, like people sort of saying, right, yeah, everyone, have you seen this? And I'm like, no. I don't really chat in this server, I'm just here because I might want nosy at something. Here we go. Let's have a look at this just while we're waiting. Okay, so I think we're going to do a battle against Cunning and then just jump to first. It's actually not bad timing. The my battle cooldown will come back as soon as the ad break's over. Here we go. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm kind of... Fallout's definitely worth getting if you can get it on the cheap. I'm not saying that it's a cheap game, but you know, if you just want to dip your toe and see what you think. I think for myself, I've been enjoying just having a bit of downtime with that lately. I've got it on my PlayStation. I just have an hour on it, you know, once I've done Swaggo, Snap, any of that kind of stuff. And it, you know, it's pretty good to wind down on. Unless you're like me as a gamer and you just die very quickly. Oh, that happened again the other night. I was doing like a bunch of quests, and the idea is on survival mode, the longer you don't sleep, the more damage you do. So there's a benefit to playing for long spells without saving. The downside is, the longer you play without saving, the more chance you've got of dying and it all going back to where you started. So yeah, that happened to me a few times the other day. And it got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm not doing this now. So I need to sit down and have another crack at it. It's fun, but when you die, it feels demoralising. I might reset the games as I set it up before though a little bit, because I feel like I went down a slightly boring build. And I'll need to check it, but I'm thinking I went down what I'd call a traditional sort of build type for a character, and it'd be nice if I could do something a bit more unique. Especially for anyone like Ada who's not actually seen the game, it'd be nice to maybe have a build that's more suited to having companions. remember the first time I played it, I think I had Piper as a companion for a really long time. It was just one of those where you kind of get used to the bits of dialogue they pop out with and all that. You also get Preston Garvey constantly in your ear going, "There's a settlement that needs our help. I'll mark it on your map." If you haven't heard that, honestly, yeah, I think it was worse when Fallout 4 came out. I'm sure they've quietened it down a bit. I actually tried to ask him for a quest the other day, and he was like, "Is there anything I can help you with?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're not offering it me. You just sort of let me ask you a question. Wow." I think it's just with Fallout as well. You've got this thing where you can play it like with your headset on it being a game, but you can also try and create a story for yourself in it as well. Like, when I've seen other people do Let's Plays of it, you've got so many different ways of actually capturing what the game's about. Like, you can actually have a character that you create, as far as, you know, you can make a personality around it and all that. Granted, I wish the dialogue options were a bit better, but yeah, that's just how it is. It's like, the one thing they keep coming out with is sarcasm. Well, one answer is sarcastic. You know, that's one of the responses. And 9 times out of 10, it's not sarcastic as such, it's just a weird response. You know, and sometimes they're alright. You know, they'll like raise a smile or in my case raise an eyebrow, but other times it's just like, okay, that's boring. Yeah, the fleet meta is pretty bland right now. I mean, this is the thing, I'm not crying out for a new capital ship. I'm going to be pretty chill over it, as far as if it stays with Leviathan for a bit, I'm okay with that because it means I can counter it. But it's a little bit boring. I won't be doing anything for the Euros now. I haven't really done anything for football in years, so yeah, it's just, I think there are better people at it than I could be, so no point in doing it. The gimmick, are we talking about the fleet, or are we talking about Fallout, Ada? Sorry, that's me topic hopping again. Oh, Leviathan. Essentially, Darth Raven, he takes over your ship. So, the Ultimate sees the bridge, he takes over your capital ship, and essentially a bunch of other things happen, but that's the main gist of it. This sabotage the engines, it decreases your speed, I think it is, yeah. Capital ship speed by 30% gets reduced. Sabotage the hangars, prevents you from reinforcing for 1 reinforcement, so you bring in a ship, it'll explode. So yeah, yeah, it's a pretty tough fleet in some ways, but there are counters to it, so that's something. It is a little bit weird like that. I've said before, right, I think that there should be a thing where one part of the abilities where, how do I phrase it? Struggling to get my words out here. When you've essentially used the special way you sabotage the engines, you isolate an enemy ship, or a light side enemy ship. I think that should go away once the Leviathan's gone. Like if you do Profundity or Executor and you blow it up or send it away, I think that isolate should go, because that feels against what the idea of it all is. That's just me though. Ren2G, hello there. Do I do Fallout streams? That's what we've been talking about. I'm hoping I can do it. Well, I say that, when I'm not doing this game, I try and have, I'll call them variety streams on my second channel. And last month I didn't do any just because I was a bit busy, but I'd like to do a bit of Fallout this month. I did play it a bit the month before last, so April. But yeah, I need to get back into it a bit more, just to... I was enjoying the idea of doing Fallout on stream. I thought it'd be really fun, just having people sort of contributing a little bit and saying how they'd take a character. Because I think that's one of the fun things about RPGs. You know, you can have the collective in there. It's called JJ's Let's Plays. So if I actually saying that, I got a command for it. I know it pops up in the chat a lot. No, apparently it doesn't pop up. Oh no, hang on, there we go. Did I do Let's Plays? Yeah. Cheers, Ada. I'm say that was me just overdoing it. But yeah, I'm going to say I've done I think it's 2 streams so far. So yeah, I really need to pick it up. I haven't done a lot on my second channel for a while now. I've just been in this period where I just need to focus on some other things, so I haven't been able to put videos up or do streams, but I do want to try and get into a routine where I can get back into it. But part of the reason is I know that channel's not got a load of subscribers, it's not really a hive of activity yet, so I'm just very chill on it. It's like, that's where I want to do my fun stuff, you know, not my my swaggo stuff, as it were. Let's just cash some of this in while I'm thinking about it. Because really, I only get 2 streams a month where I can do stuff on there, so I know I need to start getting some video content back out. And the thing is, I have got the potential for more time to do that now. It's just about realising it a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to say, I mean, if you've dropped a sub, if you ever see a go live there, I say go live, obviously YouTube can be a bit funny with those kind of things, but same here on Twitch. If you see me go live and it says Fallout, because I do try and put it in the title and all that, if you ever see it, hop along. I think I have actually got a featured clip for where I left it off last time. I'd gone to Starlight Driving. It was very early on, and I was hyper aware of the fact that there were booby traps around there, and I was like, okay, we've got this, and it's safe to say I hadn't got it, but it's what I've been saying. It can be demoralising Fallout, because especially on survival mode, you obviously want to try and maximise the time that you play. You don't want to just save, because that's a bit awkward. But yeah. What's my Twitch? It's alright, with this being... I'm multi-stream at the moment on Twitch and YouTube, so here we go. There we go. I didn't think there'd be a command for that one. But yeah, I'm going to say... like I say, I did leave a clip on there of that, because I was like, I kind of want to just leave a bit of my Fallout flavour there. Yeah, no worries. Right, Blue 6, let's go for you. I say Blue 6. In my head, he's still Perseus. Okay, let's do that. I've got to do a raid on here as well. Oh, sorry, not on here, on Tammin. I think we're okay. I actually got lucky there, because the evade saved me from having to hit the bomber. The downside is the evade means I didn't get ult charge, so swings and roundabouts, I guess. I'm curious if I'm going to regret that I didn't get it. Alright, so we'll do the flyby. I was trying to think of like the lore of what they've said with like some of these ships. Was it Raven's Claw that didn't actually have guns on it, and they actually had to add guns onto Raven's Claw to actually have to be able to attack? I can't help but think, if that is what they did, like say they've got Padme's ship coming into the game, wouldn't it be a thing to not have guns on it? like actually make it like a Hoda ship where it's just complete support. I think that'd be pretty cool. You just finished GAC, you full cleared but lost 2 battles. Oh, I'm going to say good luck. I mean, I think, I know for myself, I was really gutted last round. I had, I full cleared the board, but I got all one-shots on the 3 character walls. But then I lost Chimera versus Leviathan, and then it just snowballed a bit from there. And that felt such a gut punch of a loss. I lost the round. Just for the simple fact that my opponent was able to be a bit more efficient on ships, even though they weren't as efficient on toons. So I wish you good luck for the simple fact that I know that those kind of rounds can be really frustrating when you've lost 1 or 2, and, you know, it just gets a bit messy, shall we say. Especially right now when we are in what's been called an efficiency meta. It's like, you can't really afford to drop battles. Well, at least if you want to win. This music reminds me a bit of something that'd be in Persona. Just a little bit. Don't know if anyone disagrees with that. I've only played, like, maybe the first little bit of Persona 5, but just reminded me of that. Alright, I think we're all done here, aren't we? We took first. And we've done all the battles. So yeah, come back here in a bit. In the meantime, though, let's shut you down. We don't need EA play for a bit. Finfinzori dislike. I've been running something a little different than Finfinzori lately. I've been going with JTR, Finn, Holdo. That was annoying when I faced it, so I wanted to see if other people found it annoying. I think it did get a hold actually earlier in the week or late last week. One of the two. Might have been here actually. Let me have a quick look in case I'm misremembering. You saw a fish on my ship? That's a big fish. There's always a bigger fish. No, it wasn't this round. Maybe it was the end of last week. You know, Pen, I did give it a good crack for Persona 5. If you go on my YouTube channel, there will be Let's Plays, like the VODs for it. And I did have a good go of it, and I got to the point where I didn't know what I was doing. And I was kind of fed up just muddling along, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to call this. But I do regret it, because I know it's got a great reputation. And the music was brilliant. I enjoyed the music every time I launched the game up. Okay, we're up against Mange Plus. Mange Plus. Yeah, I'll see myself out.
What's the situation?
Alright, Grievous. We're about 100k behind in GP, so not that big a difference between us. 18's aces ahead. We both have 27 Omicrons between us. I'm 5 total relics behind and 26 relic 5 pluses behind, so it could be better. We've got Datacron and mod advantage though, so that's a big plus on my side. I mean, I feel like Datacrons and mods can win you rounds even if you've got less units that are impactful. So we're definitely taking that one. As far as GLs, they've got all the GLs, so no hiding away from that. We've got Jabba, JML, Rey, Supreme Leader Kylo, and Leia. As far as the high value targets, the meta toons we've got knocking about. Both have Afra. We're both missing Bo-Katan, Mandalore, and Third Sister. We both have Bane, Malicos, and Cal Kestis. And finally, ships. We both have Leviathan, we both have Profundity, and as you'd expect, Executive, Malevolence, Negotiator are also available. So, let's see what the board looks like. Okay. That's a bit of a surprise. I don't think I've ever seen anyone go 2 and 2. So, what have they done? They've not hit Atbar, not hit Rex 5s, not hit Dash Vandal Lando, but they've hit Sorty and Finn Po Zori. If these are both one hits, I'm curious what their game is. Okay, so no hits on RJT Finn Holdo, nothing on Gas, nothing on Kira Hondo L3. Okay, they dropped once on Cat, Ray Cat Ben, but no drops on Leia. I found that sus. Not like cheating sus or anything weird like that, but I find it interesting. Okay, we've got Love Vader, Thrawn, Maul. We've got Kenobi, Cat, Padme. We've got Shaq, Echo, Arc. We've got Malgus, Bastila, and Marauder. And we've got Bam, Hondo, Kara. Now that's a different kind of lineup. Can't say I've seen that one before. South Wall, we've got Leia. We've got Ray Ben Holdo. It's a Ray Cron. We've got Jabba, Chrysanthemum, and Bush. We've got Hux, FOTP Omi, and Special Forces, so no need to worry about that Cron being in play somewhere. And we've got GI 7th and 9th. Okay. How does this line up? So I didn't see a Qui-Gon, I didn't see a Savage, I didn't see a Talzin, and I didn't see a JML. Didn't see Sia or Slacker. Was it Phasma? No, it was Hux. Malgus was on the north wall. There we go. That's a bit more accurate. And what was the other team? I'm glad I didn't actually plan this out, because when there's this many changes, I get a little bit, not distracted, but I get a little bit doubtful. So this essentially means I'm planning here and now. Okay. We've got quite a lot to deal with here. It feels like Lord Vader is essentially saying no to the bounty hunters. We could try it, but it would be risky. I mean... Sorry, I just found that amusing. Was that... I don't know if Bit Dynasty accidentally put Darth Maul in there, or if someone had actually put Darth Maul in a team. I kind of want to watch that clip just to see if it was that or not. Yeah, and there's another one with Darth Maul. I'm assuming he's just clicked the Darth Maul icon instead of Maul, but either way I find that funny. So available, we've got JML, Jabba, Bane, Starkiller, Slacker, quite a few things to take down with it. Slacker's kind of looking at Jabba. Bane at Leia. But then we start entering really awkward territory. I mean... Lord Vader is kind of scary. I'm wondering if I do Jabba on Leia. I'm pretty sure Jabba can beat Leia. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he can. It might be one that's better in 5v5, and then 3v3 the win rate just drops. We got a follow from Ren again. Thank you very much. Hello again. Let's just see. What's Jab Jab like? 23.51% win rate. Damn, that's low. Okay, so I think we stick with Bane on Liar. Okay, I know I'm on it again, but is it more favourable when we do Jabber on JMK? Oh, wow, well, that is an horrendous win rate. 1.47. I can only assume that comes down to the fact that Padders is just making it so hard to deal damage. Okay, that is bad. So, with that in mind, I think we've got to go... I think we've got to go Slacker on Kenobi. JML on Lord Vader. We've got to do a Jabber Mirror. And then... I think with Rey, we've got to start at the very least with Palpatine. And maybe from there we can do a 2-shot with Malicos. For context, my Sia Malicos is just there this week. I got Sia's Omicron before the lock-in. I've got Malicos's first Omicron after lock-in, so... Hey up, Dan, how you doing? So, yeah, this is not feeling great. I'm going to be upfront about that. Yeah, I'm alright. Just, I'm racking my brain on this one. I want to try and get a good end-of-season result here. I've got Night Sisters without Omicrons. And no Sid. Yeah. Oh, it's painful. It is painful. You know what? I might actually start putting like a command in or something for this, because I feel like so sorry when you guys ask questions like this, like, what have I got? And I kind of wish there was a command where I could just sort of say, I've got these things available, I don't have these things, because it's just so hard spitting it all out, isn't it? I've got Malgus in my head doing something, but I don't know what he'd be best at doing. Because these are some really weird and funky teams. I mean, that was a... It was a Ninth Sister Cron, wasn't it? So it's going to have a lot of damage coming at me. At least in terms of exposers. Yeah, it's a Ninth Sister Cron. I suppose we could Afra. Also, by the by, this is one of the first GACs in a while I haven't seen Finn. I mean, I'll take positives like that. Maybe we could do CLS here. If you're just starting out, it's going to be tricky as far as finding something that is quite regular. I mean, I know that my guild's had that in the recent past, but we've just disbanded one of our smaller guilds. Yeah, Finfinzora is no fun. I mean, I'm curious, have I got that on offense this round? I don't think I have. No, I've just remembered I saw it on defense a minute ago. But it definitely does cause headaches, but it's why I'm grateful it isn't around this time. I mean, at this point I'm just filling in the board a little bit just to give me an idea of what I've got left. I mean, to be honest, I was going one per that, but I think... Actually, no, we could one per that and do mallet there. There's still quite a bit left, so I don't feel like we're in a bad spot. But I can't say I've got something clean for Malgus. I mean... Yeah, I'm just scratching my head still, sorry. I'm thinking... I wouldn't like trying to see a Malicos on it, because that can just go so badly. Especially without Omicrons on Malicos. I could possibly try something along those lines. Like if I did JML, JKL, Hoda on Lord Vader, maybe I could then do Bastard, Cal, and for argument's sake, Jolie on Malgus. Yeah, we kind of got there at the same point, I think, T-Max. I think that might be the way of doing it. Because I feel like Luke's kind of needed there. Well, Night Luke. So I think that could work. We don't necessarily need Night Cal there. He improves the win rate, but we don't need it. And I think from there it is actually alright. I mean, we could Malgus that in a sense of overkill. We could do that, I guess, and... Actually, no, we'll do that and that for argument's sake. Is there a Malik in the Malgus? No. It's, if I remember right, it's Malgus, Bastel, Shanfallen, and Marauder. That isn't bad, really. Yeah, that's not too bad then. Yeah, this guy's kind of started in a weird way by chipping away at both my walls, because I haven't really got a sense of what he's thinking because he's done that, if you get my drift. It's like, usually if they've gone south and they've like tripped, you're like, oh, okay, they've struggled a bit, whereas because he's sort of nibbled at both, you're thinking, has he got loads left to nibble a bit more? I assume so. But he has gone relatively heavy on defense as well, so you don't know if he's, you know, weighing up his counters. He's definitely got me thinking. Alright, sorry about the outbreak, folks. I didn't mean for you to get interrupted again. Let's get this on. There's Bane. So, let's one-shot layer. I wonder if this is going to be a Datacron plan moving forward. They essentially bring out something that's really OP that can one-shot Gials. Like, we've had Bane, obviously he's good on his own, but I'm wondering, like, with having Sidious this month, if it's going to be just the way moving forward, that they just keep adding these slightly overpowered things each time. Alright, bye-bye Sass. Alright, that's a load of damage. $65 for kickoff. Okay. Welcome to Sketchy Town. This is where all the counters can live and die. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Don't scream unless Palpatine dies. Other than that, enjoy the ride. Where's my dark side? Who can I spare? He'll be back. He's like Palpatine. Somehow he returns. I think we go with this cron just so that Palpatine can inflict a bit of mark. That might be good as far as getting around Holdo's taunt. Might be. Oh. Okay, let's get that up. This doesn't. This ability deals double damage to shot to enemies. Pardon me for that. Let's do the grenade. And then that. Okay. At least she can't taunt, so we've kind of got a good start there. It can all go down the pan very quickly, but... Alright, that's one. Here comes the whirlwind. By the way, is that... Yeah, they have got that. Can I do that? Thank you. Felt a bit of a weird time to do it, considering, you know, our health was pretty okay, but for now. Okay, this is a bit awkward. I can't charge my ult meter now. I've made a boo-boo. Ben, please take a turn. Thank you. Right, this is going to be a very, very awkward battle, if it wasn't already. 65. Oof. I don't think Palps dies. What the hell was I saying? Okay, Ripperoo. I said it was sketchy town. I really shouldn't have applied that cron. I thought being able to hit Ben would be good, and then once you see the damage immunity, you're thinking, oh boy. Okay, what can I do around this? See a Malicos? I think that's about the best I've got in terms of it's not good, but it could do the job we need. Holdo was a problem there, but not the problem. I messed that counter up absolutely terribly. I'm not... the point being, I don't really want to throw Holdo under the bus here when I messed up with that cron. I shouldn't have applied it. Have I got like a very dispensable cron with armor pan? That'll do. Let me just check. He does deal physical damage, doesn't he? Yeah, okay. So that's something. I'm pretty sure these do physical damage as well. With them two, it's not that big a thing, but for Taran, it definitely is. Yeah, exactly. Malicos is the damage. It's just me kind of trying to mitigate it a bit. By the way, hello, Kit. What are we actually up to now? He's got a bit of extra crit damage because of that. He's up to 11,129 damage, 806 armor pan. Bit of crit avoid on top of the crit avoidance he'll apply anyway. So that's not too bad. We're just missing that cron. That's the downside of this. I'd be feeling much more comfortable if we got it. Immune to ability block and daze. We gain protectional. Okay, we gain 10% offense stacking until an ally takes the first turn. Whenever an ally dispels a debuff, they recover health and protection and they gain advantage. Whenever they dispel a buff. Okay. Yeah. I'll keep them. I mean, also I'll keep them in mind. By the time that we get back to 3v3, it's going to be a different set, so Ray's not going to be a bigger problem. But I'll keep it in mind if ever I need to. Let's give this a go. If we can't beat it with this, we're going to have to try for one wall. Or one set of walls. Do I go for the rocks straight away, or do I go for Vile Thrash? I'd have thought I'd go for the rocks. Yeah. Alright, damage immunity, that's good. Let's put that there. Again, this is one of the issues of not really using them properly yet. You know, like, it's just... I haven't had to use Malakos yet. Okay, they've got their ult. Wow! Sorry, that actually creeped me out how quick they got that ult. I thought I got a turn blind up. Alright. Okay, wasn't expecting much there, but I thought we'll throw it just in case. Let's heal up Seer. Oh, wow. Do that. Thank you, didn't see it. Yeah, we're out. Okay, that was just not good. Yeah, we ain't clearing 2 walls. That's the bottom line here. Ugh. Okay. I think what we do then, we slacker this. This is the thing, slacker was going to be for JMK, and there's just nothing I've got that can take it down JMK. Or at least nothing I can think of. I mean, there's no General Kenobi there. You would think without General Kenobi there might be a softer counter. As far as, you know, there's no tank, so can you just go for it? But I just can't see it. Yeah, Bo-Katan can do it, but that's not an option. It's a shame Malgus hasn't got some sort of success there. That'd be nice. No worries, Kit, no worries. You just learned this recently. You need to basic turn 2 with Malakos, then turn 3 in middle and get another turn straight away. I'll be honest, I have learned that myself. I was watching Tass's video, and last night I did a remod trying to keep it all in mind. So I've tried to get the right turn order on the 5 that you would have in 5s, and then obviously 3s, it's just those 3 we've seen, unless you sub crew for Cal, or like potentially Starkiller. But either way, getting Seer and Cal in the right order, I think, is going to be good. But yeah, the turn order is what I'm going to keep in mind as well, because like you say, it does seem there's a good, essentially, back-to-back turns you can do. Right, let's just get this out of the way as far as... Make sure we clear the south, that way they've at least got to try and clear my south with good banners, I guess. Let's just poke Ray. We'll swipe, just get rid of the debuffs. Okay. Ray, has anyone told you that you're annoying? I mean, I'll tell you now. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that again. I mean, I know that kind of sounds boring, but yeah, it's just not felt really nice with Starkiller kind of being banished to the sides. He's too good a character to feel like that. There's a bit of me that wants to try Afro for goof around, but I'm like, come on, we can at least be efficient at this point, so don't goof around, but it's so tempting. It's like... ugh. Yeah, I'm not actually complaining about Ray. She has been good. I've enjoyed the functionality of the set. You know, actually giving Holdo a real purpose in the game. It's like Sidious, I'll be sad when his cron goes. But I think it's just one of those where I'm like... I think, for me, I always feel a frustration with not having certain counters available at times. That's one way of looking at it. Yeah. It's like in your situation, Kit. You've got Love Vader available, you've got C. I feel like both of those would be a nice option to have in this situation I'm in. But it is my own problem, I just haven't got these characters, you know, I can't complain about what I haven't got, it's just frustrating when you do sort of have this situation where it's like, you need 7 counters and you've only got 6, you know what I mean? Yeah, Wailing's off my radar right now. Yeah, Arnold did word it well originally. Yeah, again, I think a lot of it does come down to what have you got available. I mean, in general, I feel like I've done okay. I've probably won more battles against Raid than I've lost. It's just, it can get a bit frustrating when you lose things and you're like, damn. And plus, I have like the idea that it's kind of, we've had this split, if you like, where originally it was like, ooh, it's got to be Ray Holdo, and people have started leaning more towards Finn Holdo, and you know, I like that. It's kind of mixed it up a bit. It hasn't just been, alright, the GL's got a lifter for 4 months. Can we do that? Yeah, that's another thing as well. I mean, it didn't take a cron to acknowledge that she's just god tier in 3s. It's like Newt. Newt was always great in 3s and less so in 5s. I know it's a GL and a normal 2 in comparison there, but I think it still holds. Come on, can we get our ult, please? Yeah, I was hoping I could come up with something different for this. I mean, in my head I was thinking, could I do something with Afra, but it just didn't seem like a good idea, if I'm being honest. Fair in the sense that something's weaker in 3s than it is in 5s, and some are stronger in 3s than 5s. I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, I find it funny that there's a disagreement, shall we call it, about Omicrons for 3s. It's like, oh, you know, Tuscan Omicron sucks because you can only use it every other month kind of thing, and I'm like, Yeah, but it means you've actually got a very strong team every other month. Okay, offensive team. I know you disagree with the defensive viability, but I'll stand by the fact it's decent on offense. Anything with turn meter, I can just kill it. Well, anything with turn meter and without a permakill. You know, if they can keep that Tusken Raider down, then yeah, it's Garbanzo. I don't think we win this. I think their Jabba's just going and keep healing too much. And I cry for your Tuskens. I mean, it's like here, I've got them on the bench at the moment, and I'm like, I would like to use them. It's just there hasn't been anything that screams TM manipulation. I mean, the best thing was Mon Mothma, and I'm like, well, I've got Iden for that. But it is great just seeing them sort of dot things to death. Well, this was a dud. They're not that trash. Trash would be how they were before Chieftain and Warrior arrived. And even then, they had use. You know, as far as that Omicron. Right, I'm just leaving that a minute. Of course they did. Can't get worse. I have not mentioned PvE once. That's like saying Imperial Troopers get worse because we're not going to be an Endor soon. Is that the same Imperial Troopers that you were saying to me the other day that I should focus my resources elsewhere? I thought I'd just throw that out there, just for a bit of salt. Alright, so that's a very unique interaction, the fact that BT still takes the bonus turn despite the fact we lost Trip. Ugh. Okay, that is okay at best. Oof. Let's say Afra, take a turn, please, love. Oh, we lost Afra. It should have gone right. Right, just get rid. I'll take that. Ugh. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, that was just bad RNG. I had a choice of calling an assist from BT or himself, and he went for himself. But man, 50 banners. Okay. I'm gonna say, I feel like sarcasm's needed there. A sarcasm sign, you know. Okay. Yeah, my favourites list, for those who are wondering, is 25 at the moment. Some are things that I'm not intending to work on anytime soon, but some are ongoing projects. They've attacked, but they've only got 2 teams on each wall, so my impression is they're waiting to see what I do, Gavster. A little bit weird, in all honesty. Usually people clear a wall, they don't sort of hit both. Honestly, they're not any faces. I wish they were. It's just maybe light side, dark side. I think Chris designed them, and I was like, "Eh, go on, we'll use them." Why not? Yeah, I mean, I think with that, it's just got this vibe of maybe they were just unsure where to go on their attack, so they were like, oh, I'll just hit both walls for a bit. Just get something done. Yeah, I just don't see us ramping up enough here. Ramping up, I obviously mean Emperor's Trap, I mean. Nope. Okay. We got Mon. We could try that. We've got Cassian available. Maybe we do Wedge? Or do we just go classic Kyle? I'm thinking buff immunity and damage. Oh, I'm going to say Van Seal. That would be an interesting one for sure. I've always liked some of the ideas he comes out with. You know, as far as again, when Leia was released, I loved his little idea of maybe Farm Boy Luke's army could have a bit of relevance, and I know it hasn't, or at least not where I am in TW. But I love anyone who thinks outside the box like that. You know what I mean? It's better than just sort of saying, "Nah, that won't work." You know, actually having a little bit of interest in trying things. Yeah, I'm like, oh, top marks. I'm pretty sure he... Oh, was it Van Seal or someone else? I think it might have been Van Seal who was saying they were putting Bane on defense. It might have been in 5v5 though. And it was the idea of essentially seeing how Bane gets on without all the Rule of 2 stuff going on. I found it interesting. How was it? Because the impression I would have was that it wasn't good, but the yes makes me think maybe it was better than I would think. Bane Malgasat. Okay, so that's got some interesting defensiveness about it. Two tap's not bad as far as, you know, again, efficiency is pretty important right now. I'd say two tapping actually is a win in his book, you know. That's actually not bad. When you say C with a different team, do you mean like it wasn't C lead, or that he just managed to get another Sith team out there? Oh, okay, fair enough. Still, that's pretty solid splits. You know, as far as... I mean, I haven't thought of trying C on defense. I should, but I know in 3v3 he's better defensively. But I think it's that wariness of trying it and it just being a waste of my time. Right, rally. Alright, we got rid of Jabba. Messier than I wanted, but we got rid of him. So, this guy's already won on the sense of actually being way more efficient against what I've faced. You need some good luck doing your raid run. Here's token for 8 mil. I've got to do mine. I'll be pushing for 12 like before, so should be okay. Oh, okay. EP Mara Vader. You know what, I was just about to go to the top wall, but I'm thinking let's actually clear this back wall. Let's make sure no mistakes here, and then we can look elsewhere. So, no Mon Mothma, no Darth Revan, at least not that I can see. Was there Kylo? No, so no Kylo. There was a GG. There is a Newt. Alright, so it's Chief Chirper. It's Papa Palpatine. And Bosky Boy. So I figure we do Tuscans on Ewoks. Ooh, saying that, let's get Tuscans on Starkiller just for try it out. I think that works. I think. Someone scream from the top of a rooftop if I'm wrong. After that, I'll just do what Kit probably would do and laugh. Then Gidmay we can do on Bounty Hunters, and well, GID. Oh, send out. Do on GI Ewoks. I haven't heard about GG Stap. I'll give him a watch. I'm subbed to him on my YouTube, so yeah, I'll give him a watch. I'd be curious just to see how he got on. Anyway, you know, like you say, how he actually processed the attack. All right, let's just crack on with this. Okay, so let's get Adrad in. Oh, by the way, it was B1, Gavster. I don't think I answered you properly there. Let's do that. That felt quite powerful, that AoE. Like, way more powerful than I was expecting it to be. Oh, okay, this is a target lock cron, fair enough. I mean, RNG can be so cruel in games like this. More so when you need it. You know, like, there are battles where, you know, there's very little risk of RNG, and then there's some where you just think, I actually need this, otherwise, you know, I just can't get to go off. It's always those ones you feel bad about. So you're essentially just relying on the luck of the gods to get you through it. Alright. Ooh. Basic. Oh, I was hoping I could get Baze back. He's had a few relics since then, so he should be fine. Alright. Padders, Shack. And where are you, Gid? They'll probably still outspeed me, but as long as I can take a turn, I should be alright. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, 20 stacks. Do that. And do that. So Bulba's a concern, obviously. He could just basically decide to kill me where I stand. So maybe a stun. That's nice. Let's put speed up on Gid. I don't really want to do the protection up ability because I know that that basically just feeds Bulba and his rocket. We'll do that just to get Daze on the board. I feel like keeping him quiet is a big thing. I don't think he's Ghost Rocket yet. I think he's on his AoE again. Ugh. I can live with that for now. Speed up over there, please. There we go. Remove the turn meter. Base it. Armor Shred. 22 stacks. Basic. Be gone. Pass that to Gid to gain back to max health. Just stall a bit here if we can. You know what? Speed up on Shat now. Just slow down, Zam. Slow down. And by all means, be resilient to these courageous attacks. I mean, I am not trying to kill you. You wouldn't believe it, but I am not trying to kill you. Alright, that one made me feel good. Let's see if this gives me the big sad. Okay. Do you want Chime in here, Kit? Relic difference? We're really playing the relic difference card. We were on par. 755. So actually no, they got more relics. And more Satyrs. So yeah, I'm not having that one. Alright, Ewoks. I'm kind of winging this one. Imps. 1, 2, 3. Let's go for Nisa. It's like, oh my god, I got dazed. And it's like, no, we're just going to slowly get rid of your pals. So have a bit of that. And can we get Chirper under control? Slowly. Boink. Death mark. Lovely. Bonk bonk. Boink. $57, nice and simple. And then get a Whomper in for this. I wish I got more use for Fulcrum in 3v3. I took her up to Relic 7 because I think she will be really good with Sia Malikos in 5s, but in 3 she's just really a sideline tune. Maybe I throw her in with Atbo. It give me that flex option with Stormtrooper on if ever I want it. Ooh. Man, oh man, my Relic 3 Whomper always gets bullied. Okay, well, speaking of Rebels, is there anything I can do with Fulcrum as I've mentioned her? Maybe not even Fulcrum, but... yeah, Whomper didn't even get a say on that. He was just down before the count was even called. I'm kind of curious if Saw could do anything here as far as... I'm tilting as far as the round's over for me, but I'm just kind of experimenting. Go on, basic Newt. Oh, we'll go for Newt again, why not? Oh, okay, apparently we don't go for Newt. Can we go for the Dukester? I mean, didn't get stunned, that's something. Extortion over there is not nice. Yeah, cash that in. Cleanse. We're gonna get countered here. Okay, Biggs again gets the extortion. Cash in again. I really don't like the idea of making them... Right, that was a very nice hit Charute, if I say so myself. Alright. Alright, do that. I'm actually mildly impressed here. Saul's kind of doing alright with this mishmash group. I mean, they are meant to be his allies, you know. When Saul came out, they were saying, oh yeah, it's for Wiggs and Chase, but I've not heard one person say Wiggs and Chase work well with them. Okay, cool. Oh, Dooku, that was just rude. Have that. Oh man, that was just rude, wasn't it? Okay. So. Let's play sketchy games, eh? Let's play some sketchy games. Let's see how badly this goes. King of Losing, thank you for the follow. Hello there. I feel like your arrival was like the arrival of the apocalypse in some ways, just for the fact that I have essentially said I'm going to do something I shouldn't do. But here we are. It seems appropriate that you're here. That was the point I was getting at. So let's give this a go. Originally I was going JML this, but because the entire plan's gone down the Swanee, then we might as well give it a go. So, who's Throne going Fracture? Panic. Yep. There's not a single bit of surprise there, is there? Alright, Jedi. Let's go in with this. We got some form of Jedi cron here. Here we go. Like I say, I can't full clear. I can only... Well, to be honest, it's probably not the worst thing, because according to their history, they place Leviathan, Executor, and Profundity down on defense, so it would have been a rough fleet wall anyway. I could have cleared it, but it wouldn't have been fun. So I'm actually taking the positives out of that. Feels weird to proclaim not clearing something being fun, though. Yeah, not my kind of culture there, Kit, unfortunately. Alright, just get rid. I really wish we had something that was the equivalent of the old bounty hunter snipe against Cat. That would be really helpful. Alright, let's put that there. Yeah, I mean, theory crafting's a nice thought. I don't think there's much room for it, but we can have a little swing and see if we hit anything. I mean, we still got to take down Malgus. That's kind of pressing. At least if we want to try and force them to get every win they can. Which I kind of do. How this has gone, I'm pretty sure they could still beat me on efficiency, but I want to try and make their life as difficult as possible after they've made mine difficult. Let's slam that, get some crit avoidance. And put that on JML. There we go, heal up a bit, and boink. Okay. We'll just ignore that, man. Malik, go chow down. I said the other day, it's weird how you don't see this team on defense anymore. Not because you expect to see it or anything, but because it's as if everyone just sort of clued in and said, you know what, this is easy Malik food. And yeah, I've seen it 2 rounds in a row now. Yeah, I mean, I would have said Fat Lady Sings, but yeah, I'm sure there's someone who wouldn't appreciate that in my household. There's only one lady in the household, so we certainly don't want to be adding to that. Alright, let's base it there. And another. Let's smack there. And again. By the by, my free-to-play's GAC, on paper at least, looks a lot easier. So we're going to have a bit of fun over there, I think. I mean, I don't know about you guys, I always find more satisfaction when something looks tighter and you're not expecting to win. Because like in that scenario over there. I think if I don't win, it's going to feel bad. But, yeah. It's still nice when you get a win, isn't it? Alright, Jedi. 1, 2, and... we'll put old Ben in. Why not? If they're going to hit someone, they might as well go for the tank. Alright, basic. And put a bit of armor shred on Marauder. Pass that over to Gal. We'll wave a hand, why not? Wave your hand in the air like you just don't care. We get an ability block? I don't know why I'm saying that, I'm pretty sure you can't. Let's just basic. You lost to a Gibme. Ooh. I don't see many Gibmes on defense. I find that quite an odd one. I think it's because the AI is a bit thick with controlling Gideon, isn't it? They always go for the armor shred first. I think if the AI actually did do the Terminator removal first, it'd be quite broken. Oof, okay. They want my old Ben. They are baying for blood. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Ben. They march you for death. Well, that's interesting. Bastila ability blocking Bastila, who then counters and ability blocks Bastila. It all just feels very meta. Alright, 54, we can take that. And then, I was going to do Bounty Hunters on this. I'm feeling a lot less comfortable about it considering we lost Grief. But I suppose we could try something along these lines. 2 ways of getting around the taunt. Well, potential taunt. There isn't one, is there, now I think about it? Scoundrels don't taunt, Kara doesn't taunt for scoundrels. Go on, assist with Bosky Boy then. That shouldn't do much of anything. Okay. We can't do much for a minute, but we can taunt. I always like giving Dad Bod a run out. I've said it before, I feel like he's overly criticised as his character. Or a toon. Alright, so it's just JMK. We have got Malgus, so I figure we can try this. Just see if we can get it into maybe a state where Cat's gone and then we can clean up. I'm assuming Bastila's down here somewhere. Surely not that far though. There she is. Yeah, let's just throw this on for the dark side. We've got all the stats on. For me, the big plus is if we can get Cat out. If we can't get Cat, then it's game over. Although it did just occur to me, I'm gonna get nuked. Whoops. Oh well. Well, she missed a turn. Trying to think how the hell I can stop her from killing me now. Base it. Blind? Well, blind won't do a jack all. She can still take a turn. Yeah, there we go. That was just absolutely horrendous from me. I saw that video myself. I mean, I do think there's a reason why they did all that, but I'm not sold on like a GL Yoda. I think that might just be a bit of hoping. If any enemy has 6 stacks of Purge when Ninth Sister is defeated for the first time, she consumes all stacks of Purge from a random enemy with 6 stacks of Purge, recovers 100% health and max protection. So the question is there any way of us getting 6 stacks before Cat eats? I'm doubting it. I mean, I'll give it a go. Oh, lovely. Go on. Welcome back. I mean, this is still bad, but the fact that we got a revive, I am taking it. This is the downside now, we've got all these counterattacks coming in, and it's like... Alright, what are we doing to not die here? Because they didn't necessarily need the insta-kill, it was just going to wreck us earlier. Ooh, okay. Go for JMK. Oh, wow. I hear you, but I'm thinking there's 30 buffs technically on Cat right now. I'm going to try and just do what we can with that special. Oof, okay. We'll go here. Oh, man. I'm going to cash that in if I can. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, we need a heal. Oh! Yeah. Too much out there. Okay. I can't think of anything that hasn't got assists that we could utilise to try and take it down. Yeah, we're kind of stuck here. I mean, that's fine. If they get the full clear, they get the full clear. I mean, GG's to them, but I just think we're kind of at that point now where it's like, we've kind of... I'm frustrated with that Malgus. I should not have gone in without preloading it. I should have taken some Garbanzo in. Like, take the cooldowns... Well, get the cooldowns into a better position and then gone with Malgus. Because I think we could have two-shot there. Yeah, that was just frustrating. And when you think this all started, because I did that Palpatine cron, and I really shouldn't have done that. Okay. I called it Palpatine cron, it was that Sith Mark cron, I just could not get around Ben then. Okay, there's an ad break about to run, so while that's running, I'm just going to switch accounts. So it's 5 to 5 my time, and I'm just thinking about what we got today. So I'm going to do Crimson's GAC now. So for those of you new to the channel, that's my free-to-play account. My main we've just done. It's only about 5-6 months older, so not a lot of difference between them, but I'd say a few minor differences. Oh, it's 11 AM for you. Hey, so what we're talking, that's nearly 6 hours, isn't it? So, yeah, it is 6 hours. So, US, I'm guessing? See, this is how I remember it. I went to Cancun a couple of years ago, and I was about that time zone. So I think it is on that line, if you like, that timeline. US Central. I really need to learn them better. I know that there's Eastern Time, there's, as you say, Central Time, and isn't there Eastern Standard Time? Or have I just said Eastern? I think I said Eastern, didn't I? Isn't there Mountain Time as well? Yeah, and then Pacific Standard. I feel like I just need to brush up on when they all are. I don't know if anyone's seen, right, when I've got a bot in my channel, and it is meant to be something where if someone mentions a time, it gives you a prompt to say what time zone you're talking about, or something along those lines. Essentially, so that, like, say one of you said to me, oh, it's 5 PM, I'm doing this, it would actually convert it for me, so that I can actually tell what time you're talking about. I thought it was a cool little bot, but I've just not been able to use it effectively yet. I didn't want to push it into the Hermit server just in case it was a bit finicky. But it could be... Yeah, just learn UTC, you know, just adapt to the rest of the world. Oh, we were watching... I don't know if this is translated over into the US or any other part of the world yet. I was watching this daytime show yesterday, 4 in a bed. And it's the idea you got B&B owners. And... they all go around to each other's properties and essentially see what they like, judge them, and then at the end of the week they see what they all said and they see what they all paid for the room. So there's always gamesmanship and them kind of things, you know, it's kind of interesting. Anyway, this week I was watching, there was this, it was set in France, you know, like they got B&B owners in France. And there was this one guy, and he was from Birmingham originally, and he was insistent that he would not learn French. And I couldn't help but have this image of Little Britain in my head. Not Little Britain the show, but just Little Britain, the idea of just someone being very fixated in, I'm doing things my way, not adapting to anyone else. And I couldn't tell, but I'm sure he brought up something like he hadn't forgiven the French for 1066 or something, which, by the way, I couldn't... I remember 1066 for the Battle of Hastings, but I couldn't tell you the French were involved. And I'm like, why the heck did you move to France if you don't like the French, or you're not willing to learn French? Some people just really, I don't get it. Like, I can't say I get a lot of these things anyway, but that was a very bizarre mindset for me. Like, who kind of goes in with that? Well, not goes in, but moves their entire life from the UK to France when they haven't really got an interest in French culture. Unless they just wanted a nicer place to live. And I'm thinking, well, why didn't you go to Spain or Portugal or another country that maybe you like more? He had got his wife, but I don't think she was that fussy about it either. It was just bizarre. Is that you? Last name is Hastings? If so, that's pretty cool. I don't think they were battling over you. I think it was a long time ago, that. Alright, game screen's on. We have a lot of trashy TV in the UK, I feel. Probably. One of them who was on there, they like did the first day of the show. And she was running this B&B that it was pretty, in her words, authentic French. You know, like she had like a very continental style breakfast and all these kinds of things. And she would greet people in French. And there weren't subtitles, so for me and Mum that was a bit awkward because we couldn't tell what they were saying. And you get this guy going, why are you speaking French to me? I'm English, I don't speak French. And I'm like, you're a B&B owner in France. Why the hell are you at least not trying to learn a bit of French? Do you expect people to come in and go, bonjour, oh, you don't speak French? Oh, hello then. You know, it's like... oh... I could wind myself up on these things. I don't even need to, like, witness it in person. I can just watch a TV show and be... Alright, I'm getting off my high horse. Just bear with me while I'm settling in. Round 1, we lost a car Miram. I'm trying to remember which one it was that I had the loader holds on Ray Jedi train. It mustn't have been this round. Was it this round? Nope, nothing down here either. But yeah, we did well last round. We got 2072 to 923, so it was a good win for us. So this round we're up against Shepard. Let's show you the compare.
Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection.
Alright, so we're looking pretty good here. I don't know what you guys think. We're 9.9 GP to their 8.2. Zetas, we're 61 ahead. We've got 5 more GA Omicrons than them. We've got a slight total rally disadvantage, but we've got a slight rally 5 plus advantage. Fair play to them, they've got Datacron advantage. They're looking very good there. GG's to them. Mods, I'd say, are leaning in their favour. Whilst I've got a higher volume of 6-dot mods, I'd say the quality of theirs is better. So, give them credit. They've got less GP than me, but they've got more mods. They deserve to be in this round on that alone, in my opinion. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what they place and seeing how much of a challenge it poses. So GLs, this actually feels pretty bad because I think this is the first time in a very long time I've had GL advantage. I can't remember the last time this happened as far as 5 versus 4. So I'm sorry about my Sith-Eternal Emperor, Shepard, but honestly I think we both have these matches where we're a bit outmatched, so unfortunately you've ended up on the wrong side of that again, but you might end up on my side soon. As far as meta units, they do have Third Sister, GG's on that. I've got Bane, as we saw at the start of the stream. He's only just got to Relic, so not really useful at this point. And finally, ships. We've got Profundity, neither of us have Leviathan though, so we're on equal playing field there. It does a bit as well, Ren. My friend Chris, he designed them for me, so I don't know if you saw it on the screen, he put Rising Industries. Yeah, I'm going to say big shout out to Chris as always, he designed them for me, so I always kind of like to just throw ideas at him, and when he's got a bit of free time, see if he can come up with something, but I'm also aware that he's got a very busy life, so I don't like it imposing too much on him. And also I allow him to fart when he comes in stream, so he gets his payment if you like. Okay, so they got a full clear, they got 2,000 banners, so how I view it, pretty efficient, but not the most efficient. You know, I've said before, 2,000 for me is a good score, so they've just hit the benchmark bang on. But, as you can see, that's a few drops. Let's move my camera. There we go. So, Malgus got 2, Ray got 2, and Ray Jedi Training got 2. So I'm happy at that. That's a decent set of holds on this wall. We go to the side, the back wall even, all 1s, so nothing too fancy here. Just checking, I did look at this, didn't I? Yeah. And then the back wall, the fleet wall, all 1s. So no big surprises here, sadly, but Again, we can cope with that. So, we've been allowed 3. So, fingers crossed we don't need them. We got Iden, Malgus, Dash with L3 and Lando, GG and CLS. Down the south, we got Karth, Fin Poe, Padme, Mon Mothma, and Qui-Gon. Okay. I didn't note them down or anything, but to me that looks bang on. I think that is pretty much what I just read out. That tells me that there will be a Rey at the back, and there will be a Traya. So I'm taking that as a positive in some ways. We know what we're facing, so we can plan it all out. We just need to be efficient in doing it, especially with them getting 2,000. We can't afford to drop needlessly. So let's go through this as calmly as we can, shall we phrase it. We got GI here, so we'll do GI on Qui-Gon. We got Starkiller. We'll do that on Finn. Let me double check. It was Finn, wasn't it? Yeah, Fin Poe. It's not like a Zori team, but was it the level 6? No, it wasn't that. So I could actually afford to go with something lighter. Slightly lighter, anyway. Let's get some ideas. Wampa seems a little bit gamble based, but maybe. If the speeds line up, I'd be willing to try Imperials. What are the speeds? I mean, there's one speed really, isn't there? 269, I outspeed that, so I think we could imp it. And to my knowledge, there's no condition where Fin Poe can suddenly gain speed. So yeah, I'm happy throwing my imps at that and seeing how to get on. It has been absolutely donkeys since I've been able to use Kylo Ren for a solo, so if we can, we will. Although I know T3 could be a bit of an awkward one there, but I wouldn't have thought it'd throw it off that badly. I don't know, we'll have a think about that in a minute. Iden... Where's Iden? Here she is. Iden on Mon Mothma. And then Padme. Okay, Padme could be a funky one. Just with that cron at the moment, it's got the potential to be very annoying. Let's have a look. It's Padme. Was it Anakin and Kiadi? Oh no, sorry, it was Padme, Ahsoka, and Ayla. Wow, I was miles out. Let's make sure that Datacron's in here. Traya? I actually don't mind burning Traya on this. It seems a decent trade. Alright, so Traya, my love. In you go. Then, if we're looking at the back wall... Yeah, that sounds solid. I think we could make use of Savage somewhere else, potentially. I'm looking at Sidious here and I'm thinking, what is the best thing he could counter? I know that Malgus is something that he can do, but is it worth risking it? It's where I would I don't really know what the conditions are as far as what makes it likelier to win, essentially. %80 win rate when you do it. a lot of battles though. If we do that, then we have got 3 GLs still. We've got C, actually 4 GLs, sorry. We've got C, JMK, Slacker, and JML. So, yeah, that is pretty scary in a lot of ways. If I got the Slacker crons, I'd feel so comfortable going into this, but it's like, I know I need to choose the most effective GL to take it down. We're going to generalize a little bit with the Ray comp, because we don't know what exactly it is. It could be Ray Holdo, it could be Ray without Holdo and just the Ray revived mechanics, so it could be whatever, any one of those. Let's just have a look at the attacking GLs and let's see. Ben should be with her, yes. We'll pop Ben in there just because it's likely. I mean, I'll tell you what, let's actually have a look in the game. Just double check they've got Ben. They should do, but you never know. There's a chance they haven't unlocked it yet. Yeah, they've got Ben. Only R5, but they have got it. They've got Cal at R5 as well, so potentially there could be something there as far as Ray, Ben, Cal. I feel like I need to do attacking Datacron primary and exclude that one and that one. C Bane is 77% now. If I got Omicrons on Bane and Gear and Ralix, I'd be like, okay, cool, but I can't really chance that. Now, when I'm thinking about it, I saw this the other day and I kind of forgot about it at the time, but Armor at GBA might be the way to go. So, with that in mind, I think I will do Slacker there. Slacker, Armorer, GBA. Which then allows me to do C on Traya. We can do JMK up here, I guess. Actually, maybe even... Go on, we'll do it there. I don't think Trench, even with the Omicron, sorry, the Datacron would be that bad. Maybe we do JML though. Wampa can take down Iden. If you can't tell, I've kind of got a spoiled riches at this point. We've got Starkiller for that, potentially. Gidme could do that, maybe? I'm honestly making this up at this point. I mean, there's probably better things to do than some of these, but as far as just filling the board, we should be alright by that point. So, yeah. Let's just sort my screen out again because I haven't nailed down how this works yet. Alright. There we go. Let's start on this wall then. I know T3 could make things a bit funky, but surely it won't do that much. I mean, there isn't a tank like Zalbar, so surely we're just going to keep countering. He hasn't got Zetas. Yeah, I think we just give this a go. Yeah, I don't really want to apply a cron either. Go on. Maybe it's the ability block that's the problem. Not that much of a problem, apparently. 69. And say, it's a sign Liam's not here. Okay, Imperial Troopers. Are we talking about... I'm actually curious what you're talking about. So we're talking about the Sector 3 stuff, or we're talking about the actual numbers? Because they did say they'd fix Sector 3, but they've not mentioned anything on the numbers, which tells me they think it's right. Yeah, I mean, we'll find out in an hour or two, I guess. But, yeah, I've heard nothing to say that the numbers are wrong. Let's get rid of Poe. And bye-bye Finn, hopefully. Oh, I've just seen as well, no Zeta. This team was not really well built for this front wall. Right, Padders. I'm kind of tempted to put Thrawn in, but... Go on, we'll do the OG3. Remember that used to be a good counter to Padme. Scion is provoked. It's Ahsoka there, just normal snips. Oh, wow. I've just seen all that damage on Nihilus. Wow. Yeah, get rid. Ooh. Yeah, that scared me. Ooh. The Lord of Unger was getting starved. I mean, I'm glad we recovered, but man, that wasn't fun. 54. Alright, imps again. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was a pretty comfortable win. It's just, you look and you think, ooh, you know, we're going into the red. Nihilus goes, it's sketchy to put it mildly. I think that's the definition of and ahhing. Alright, that's pretty interesting. Usually Mom would do more to cleanse Cara there. I mean, I'll take it. Nice. And Inquisitors to clear the wall. Sadly, I don't have 9th Sister Cron here, so 7th will have to do. Remind me, do I have that level 6 that's good? No, I've got blind. We should be able to just do that. That's fine. Let's heal up. That's what we're after. Blind is actually pretty okay in this battle. You know, just making them dodge a bunch of attacks that really would wreck you if you didn't. I mean, I'd rather the decent level 6, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Okay, Kiadi, I get it, you're good. Just chill. I heard someone slagging off Kiadi recently. I can't remember if it was like Star Wars Explained or something. You know, there's some criticism of him as a Jedi, like he was arrogant or something. I'm like, have I missed something? Was there some Star Wars literature or something where he was a bit more of a conehead than we've thought he was? Alright, there's the Rey we were anticipating. Rey Ben Holdo, fair play. Trey Savage Marauder. Dooku Django Magna Guard. Rey Jedi Training R2 BB-8. Trench Newt Watt. So that's a very defensive trench team. Yeah, I think we deal with it. As much as I'd like to stall on it, I'm thinking, let's just get it down. So, Slacker. Armourer. GBA. No Dark Side Crons. Saying that though, it might not be the worst thing to have a bit of protection up on. No, it's not worth it. The armor pen's probably worth it there, and a bit of crit avoid. Like if you call that like the best cron, like for stats, I think that's probably worth putting on here. Alright, so we do that to get the armor shred, that to get the 3 stacks. We swipe. Let's keep that taunt up. And there we go. So now, Slacker, your job is solely not to die. Think you can do it? Yeah, armor's going to get torn to shreds here. That's 2 stacks of ult. Ooh! I mean, I know they died, but I will still give the ooh credit. I was like, I thought the ult would have killed them. Okay, Pope Ben. Yeah, you've got a lightsaber, big whoop. What are you going to do about it? Really, what are you going to do about it? I shouldn't be that confident that I'm antagonising Rey. 50. We'll take. Alright, that's the biggest team down. Let's go for the next biggest, or one of the next biggest. I said C. Do we go with C solo? That seems like suicide. I think we go C what? Yeah, the kamikaze in me was like, oh, C solo, but I'm thinking it just feels like it's a recipe for disaster. Especially when I don't need to do it. I love looking at main kit. If it's like the ones you've been showing me lately of Quad May getting holds, I feel for him. I know if I got Padawan and Master Jedi, I would be like, yeah, go on, we'll put a bit of work into Quad May, but... Oh, he didn't even make it there, damn. I'm picking it up and it didn't do out. I'm surprised at them pair. You know, they aren't even like the cron group, are they? Alright, I'm going to just leave that a minute. It's a Relic 9 Malgus. We were told before, well, I say I was told before, we worked out before, we were allowed 3 drops based on their 3 drops. So I'm going to gamble on this one when I probably don't need to, because we got away cleaning up if we do muck up, but I'm curious. Yeah, I'm surprised they were the ones that were still standing, if I'm being honest. I mean, I know Lord Vader's... I feel like Lord Vader's underrated, as far as, you know, I don't think it's as bad as people have made out in the past. But it's still a surprise to think he's... getting holds like that when the likes of Rey are around. 59. That was good. I didn't say that. He knows what he did, I think, even if he leans into it still. Right, so I'd say we've got free reign now. I mean, we've got GG, Dash, Iden, CLS, Trench, Dooku, and Rey. I don't think any of those are too threatening. So, yeah, let's just go gung-ho. I mean, honestly, I'll just do these two. I don't think we need a third. Sorry about the ad break, folks. I've just seen it as it was ending. Said it plenty of times. I always do try and avoid playing the game during the ad break, so if you let me know there's an ad running, I'll do my best to hold up a minute. Okay, it feels like we've got to go for what? He's just going to keep putting the attack out. I think with Lord Vader, the issue is you do need Maul. I think if you put Maul with him, he's actually okay. You know, as far as he's kind of warrants the investment. But considering they brought out the Darkside Mandalorians and we haven't got Darkside Mandalorian leader beside him, it feels weird that they did that. It's like, okay. It's hard to grasp their thought process on Lord Vader. Alright, more extortion incoming. Clear that. By the by, I'm pretty sure I've gone the arse about tit way of doing this, but I think we'll be okay. It's just a bit of a messy twosome. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be helpful if they actually did release an official lifter for him again. Like, say, alright, Maul's obviously got his own group now. Maybe we can do something that synergizes a bit with Lord Vader. You know, I don't think it'd be the hardest thing to do. Just find some unaligned Force user that has a relationship with the Empire. There's got to be someone out there. It would be ironic if it was Barriss from Tales of the Empire. That one would make me laugh. Like, she had like 2, well, not even 2. I don't. How long was it? Maybe 20 minutes of screen time as an Inquisitor. All right, give me. Where are we? 1, 2, 3. Alright, I did that last time. We'll just do the risk com. I'm a little wary of Django and damage immunity, but I think we've got to take that chance. Let's just hit Django. That's fine. Yeah, I think that would just be it. Make sure it's something that quite literally screams Lord Vader lifter. You know, it's not necessarily that Maul doesn't do the job, but it's a case of, like we say, he's kind of demanded elsewhere. The work he does with Mandalorians is better than the work he does with Lord Vader. I am actually just going past the turn to do that. There we go. That should be, yeah, 56. Rage Jedi training. We got Trench, we got Dooku and Newt. Trench Cron, let's go. Go on, we'll extort Rey. I'm sure she's got some secrets from Jakku. Everyone go for it. Turn meter, please. There we go. Alright, just the droids on their own now. Oh. It's alright, my cat's on my bed and she just stood up and I saw the reflection of it in in my PC, so I was thinking, hang on, what's that going on around here? My mind playing tricks. No worries, Ren. I hope I catch you around, man. Let's do that. And 56. Alright, only a banner dropped again. Okay, Wampa time. My Relic 7 Wampa here should feast a bit more. Ooh, now that's a first. Oh. Oh. Wow. I have not been stunned by Iden the entire time I've had Wampa. Like, pretty much every Wampa build I've done on Tamin and Crimson, I have not been stunned by Iden. That is a first. I know it can happen, I'm not saying it can't, but usually my mods are strong enough that it never happens. So, GG's, Shepard, you caught my Wampa out nearly there. I think if you'd just had a little bit more oomph in your team, you'd have got me. Yeah, 58, I was lucky there. Let me back out, I want to see your Iden. 102 potency. Yeah. And I haven't remodded. What's my Wampa at? Have I missed it? Yeah. Yeah, you caught me out. Wampa's only 85% tenacity here. So, yeah. It was a high roll, but I didn't help it. So, yeah. It was a good stun. You know, I think 85 was still decent. You know, when you factor in all the tenacity that Wampa gains, but that had me thinking I'd dropped a battle. Right, we've still got JMK, so I'm just going to throw Cat in there and get a 2-man in. Alright, bye-bye, GG. I loved well, one of the few things I actually liked about Repulk Offensive TB was the fact that Cat used to deal damage based on... let me get this right. She used to deal stacks of damage based on the actual hits she had, if I remember right. Oh no, I'm thinking of under Padme, I think. I might be thinking of Padme lead rather than just TB. Either way, I used to love that idea that you hit the droids and she just did so much damage to a B1 based on the stacks. Just so fun seeing. Okay, I think we do Starkiller. Although saying that, that's a bit of a counter to Starkiller, so maybe don't do that. Ooh, Savage. As long as we get CLS out first, we should be fine.
My goodness, your skills are...
All too easy. I kind of feel sorry for 3PO and Chewie here. He's just waiting to be murdered.
My goodness, your skills are quite...
Okay, 58. We can take that. And then Gassy Baby. Form up. Call Gas in. Get some crits if we can, so we don't get AoE'd. Ooh, okay. And bye-bye. Alright, that was pretty efficient. Ooh. Okay. At least we haven't got Leviathan to face today. A day without Leviathan is nice. Oh, hang on. No. I was doing the Leviathan counter in my head then, and I just managed to pull myself from the brink. I have to kind of sing it to myself. Mark Xanadu, Mark Xanadu. Alright, that should get the protection disruption. Shame we didn't get the assist from Han. Really? You give me that? Just get rid. Okay, 2 attacks. Hanging there on. Basic and wiggle. Flyby takes us to 99. That should be 100. Slave 1? Yep. I mean, I do sing a bit sometimes. And I do sometimes win GAC, not always, but I do sometimes. Right, basic. Let's get rid of that. AoE. And... Alright, 77. We got Akbar, so we'll do something with Tire Bomber. I always love it when I get technical. I wish you could do it, right, where you do something like this and then just take one out, but I'm sure it'd say no. A bit like, no, you can't do it that way, it's got to all start. I bet me thinks this could actually win anyway, but actually maybe it could with these 3. Maybe chance it and just put Defender in case. Okay, that's Cassian, that's Biggs. Let's go for Biggs. Alright, no surprises they wanted to do that. Not as much as Profundity, but these guys do like to call assists, so we will indulge it. Alright, time to get Kyle under control. Like that. Biston. Smooth AI. Smooth, just... Yeah, that was just perfect play AI, you know. Just over a minute, 76. Then Holdo. We're just going to negotiate a surrender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's win. Well, again, I thought to myself, I don't really fancy wearing a cap right now. So I was like, go on, I'll just put, I'll just check that I don't like have a green screen shine on it. I didn't, so I thought, go on, let's just stream without. Genuinely, that's one of the reasons why I don't usually go capless, because usually my forehead's really shiny and it's like... Yeah, it just doesn't look great. Okay, let's put that there. Go and have that as well. I think we looked out a bit there as far as crit avoid kicked in. $73, final score. 2080. Yeah, you came back at the right time, Ada, as far as seeing me get the win on the board. That was brutally efficient, I would say. You got the platinum, very nice. Honestly, I would love to do it. I think I said it earlier. It's like, just the thought of going around Kobo and just getting all those little quests done, it's like, but I would love to do it one time. I might just try and grit my teeth and say, right, we're going to try this, we're going to try it. But yeah, cheers. It means we got a 2-1 this week here. I think we're going for a 1-2 on Tammin, so that's a bit of a bummer. I don't feel like I'm in any threat of getting into Kaiba 1 here, so I'm very happy about that. Let's just check the ally list. And say Liam, I think, was in Kaiba 2 the other day, so I think he's bouncing. Well, I'm surprised Manx dropped to Kaiba 2. He's always had a relatively big account. Kit, you're in Kaiba 2 with me. Tammin's a bit below you. About, what, 69 behind? Actually, I'm not far off Charlie. That'd be an interesting match if we could, if the stars could align. And Pen's just a bit behind Charlie. I do like having a look. That's not bad then. I mean, I think... Well, actually, let me just close these windows down because it's just crowding me a bit. Here we go. Yeah, I think with Kobo in particular, I feel like there was just a lot going on there. You know, like, when I last played it on, at least on that save, I think I actually went to Jeddah just to mix things up a bit, because I was like, you know what, I'm fed up with just roaming around trying to find things to do. And I know that's a weird thing to think in an open world game, but it was like, can I just have something a little bit different? Yeah, I said it at the time when I finished playing the game. I was like, could they have like maybe made Kobo smaller but spread all the little things out into other planets? I think it might have made the game better as far as just varying it a little bit, but I suppose then they've got to do location design and all these kinds of things, and for them it was easier to just do it in one. Right, just loading up Tammin again. Alright, here we go. Let's have a look at this screenshot from Kit. Yeah, 3... I mean, I found it actually remarkable, 3 drops on Jabba. I mean, assuming they go down... But saying that, I've got to ask the question, why Jabba, Boba, Chris? I mean, I get maybe the dark side cron, but you lose a lot taking Bush out of that lineup. I mean, if you said to me, do you want an all dark side Hook Cartel Jabba team, or do you want Bush in there? I'd pick Bush. That to me just doesn't make any sense. That's like... The only reason I'd do that is if the dark side cron had a level 6 or a level 8, sorry, level 9 that did something that Bush couldn't. Really? I mean, again, maybe that's just something I don't know then, but I just would never have imagined that. Oh yeah, you got Bulba in there doing things. I could believe that. But saying that, you'd have thought Night Sisters wouldn't be... Yeah, I was going to say, you wouldn't... I would have thought Night Sisters would be a bit sus anyway in 3v3, because the smaller number, essentially. A bit like, say, an Imp team. They do lose things with less Night Sisters, surely. I'm not saying they don't do things. I mean, Penn said he's won today with them, but I would have thought the win rate would drop down with them. But yeah, it's a surprise, that for sure. I want to put it on my bingo card. Yeah. I mean, yours are good compared to the average, I would say. Right. Alternate between Special 2 and Basic. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. I mean, I know for myself, I'm hoping I can get them on my main. Well, when I say on my main, I mean the Omicron. But I think if they could do that, it's a bonus for me, you know? It's funny how often I get hack comments when I'm not wearing one. Use Special 2 once, then Basics. It's funny how it's become a defining feature. Just auto basic. I have multiple hats, so no, they're not all in the wash. I just didn't fancy wearing one. Okay, so I've done the ult, and then basic the commander, then the stormtrooper, the shadow trooper. Considering I've done this a few times, I feel I should know it by now, but remembering this final bit is just a pain in the backside. Okay, so focus on the commander. With his basic, drop it to 46, which we do here. Then special 1. Then 3 times basic to get the timber to 1. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, timber's 1. Switch to shadow, use 3. 1. 1. Oh. I haven't got 3. One, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 2. Alright, that was annoying. Let me double check. Oh, okay, I'll take that. How did GAC go? Main account, we got a half board, couldn't take down the JMK in the end. Free to play, we got 2080, so it was very efficient in the end. I need to check it. I did. The remod did go through, didn't it? Yeah. I must have just had bad RNG. Haven't memorized the flowchart yet? No. Did I not remod? Yeah, I remodded. Leia's got crit avoidance on and all the other stuff she has for this. Don't know if I'm going to do TB or not. Probably not, if I'm being honest. And say, give me dog a walk. And I'm going to cook tea, so I'd like to get that done before Conquest starts. And to be fair, my doggo's been very good. She's been sitting under the desk the entire time I've been streaming. Yeah, raise your hands in the air like you just don't care. I'm just hoping I can get a good start on this one, because I think if you get into a good pattern with the first part of the volume, you feel better going into the next ones. Right, focus on the commander. Basic, drop the timber to 46. Then special 1. Then 3 times basic. Then switch to the shadow. Use 3. 1. 1. 3. 1. 1. 3. 1. 2. 1. 1. And alt. GAC is likely going to depend on fleets feeling a bit stressed. This could be a 6-0 victory. Well, GG's if you get the 6-0. I don't know about anyone else. I feel like... actually, you know what? I was going to completely change the topic then and I didn't actually explain it. I was thinking, because it's Turan you I was talking to. I was a bit disappointed with that Snap announcement the other day. You know, they were making a big deal. Oh, we're going to do something at IGN. There's going to be a big announcement. And pretty much in the build-up, everyone have been saying, yeah, if they just announce that they're bringing in guilds, essentially, clans, you know, people aren't going to be that excited. And yeah, that's pretty much all they were doing. Like, unless you're counting that Deadpool's Diner kind of thing, which sounds... Maybe it'll be more exciting when we see it, but I really think they missed the mark with that. I mean, I like the idea of it, you know, in terms of, like, it's a very simple way of thinking, but I kind of like the idea that we can set up a clan for ourselves. But I think the point of them hasn't been explained yet. It's like, okay, cool, we've got them, now what? It does seem like there will be. I mean, I'm sure I saw like a little thing in the screenshot saying like you could maybe work together to get variants. You know, I like the idea of that. I mean, say I'm having a quiet day, maybe you guys, I'm saying you guys as if we're doing a clan, but you know, like just in the principle of, you know, we can all contribute to getting something without actually all having to work our socks off, as it were. I suppose it depends on how hard or easy the rewards are. I mean, the Deadpool's Diner thing, they've mentioned you can get Cassandra Nova from there, and I'm like, that's okay. I like the idea that we could get a new character, well, a new card without having to do... Oh, having to use the Spotlight key. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed in general at it. I thought to myself they were going to come up with something that was really big, and in reality it was just meh. Alright, my health on Piet is really concerning here. Are there going to be clan activities like dailies or something? I think there are, yeah. It's generally the idea we all work towards a goal. Yeah. I think maybe they're mentioning it because they want to acknowledge that they know there's a problem, but they don't have a solution for it yet. Which again is a problem. Yeah. To be honest, I don't feel like there have been too many OP cards. I'm saying that. If I'm just breaking down the ones that I think have been really impactful, Red Hulk is obviously an obvious one, but I don't feel like Red Hulk is like this big problem card everyone makes it out to be, in the sense that a lot of the time, if I can see a Red Hulk building, I'm like, okay, this guy's either going to play it, or he's going to play something small to make me think he's going to play it. So I have that kind of double-minded headspace as far as, you know, what's more likely. So it's a good card. It puts a bit of pressure into an opponent, but I haven't run it in like a whole month, to my thoughts. You know, it's not like this must-have card. I'm trying to think what else has come out. I feel like Sage and US Patriot was slept on, and that's kind of disappointing because I didn't get either of them, and they've both turned out to be really good since they sort of slipped into the meta nicely. Nomura's okay. I've had a bit of alright time with her. Sasquatch was hyped up, and I don't feel like he's hit a height yet. And then the only one that's really been big since is Thena. Oh yes, I'm going to say, I'm stalling hard with this raid. I think Arisham could be fun. He won't be competitive, but I think he'll be fun. Yeah, as well as... I think Sage has really found a home in terms of being very flexible. I mean, it's like if I pulled Sage from a Daily Bugle, I'd be quite happy playing it down, because chances are you get a decent bit of power from it. I feel like I fell into a trap in that week, because when that was the Spotlight week, Leech was everywhere. So I was thinking, oh god, it'd be horrible playing Sage at this point. Whereas I should have thought about it more long term. Whereas I went harder on Sasquatch, and I kind of wish I hadn't, because Thena's been better and I could have saved keys for that. It's why it's hard to know sometimes. Well, they have actually said there's going to be a new card mechanic coming soon as well, Pen. So that wouldn't be a surprise if there isn't going to be something, as you say, like take an extra turn. It would be... it wouldn't be the biggest surprise if that was what they were thinking of. I didn't actually see any more things. The only thing I've heard in the past day or so is that there's going to be a new Life is Strange game. And I haven't played the last one yet. I've got it on my PS5. I keep saying I'm going to have a go with it. But I keep wanting to save it for stream, so... Yeah, that is fair. I mean, magic is there for an extra turn. I think it's more a bonus turn we're thinking about. Like, you know, you stop your opponent playing kind of thing. I mean, that would be feels bad. But everyone's losing their minds about Professor X and Cannonball. That's another one that I'm annoyed I didn't go for. There's already been a third game. True Colours, I think it was called. I played Life is Strange 2. I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I didn't mind playing it. I had a fun time, you know, just seeing where that story went. Ugh, God, I keep bloody dying with these. I think it was a good idea of them to try and go for a different type of story, as far as rather than two friends, they went for two brothers. I thought that was the good thing about the second one. I think with any game like this, though, the issue is you want to have the choices have an impact. I mean, when I played Detroit Become Human, that was the one thing that I really felt that, even though in the end there are only a finite number of endings, it always felt like you would have a very specific ending to how you played. Whereas, I think with Life is Strange and the Telltale games of old, they kind of always had the same kind of ending. We do have Mill in the game right now. Yeah, the season pass card for last month was a Mill, a archetype definer. That wasn't fun, I will admit. Ada in the chat has been a big fan of Mill. I mean, this is the weird thing as well. It wasn't actually performing great. You know, if you look at the stats, it wasn't that great a deck, but it was popular enough at the time. You know, people were like, "Oh, go on, I like the idea of just taking all your cards." Snake Eater Remake looks cool. I haven't actually seen anything about that. I did hear that there might be something going on with Metal Gear Solid. If that's what we're talking about. There are some ways of doing that. Like there's a card called Silver Samurai that will discard the opponent's lowest cost card, and then another one, Black Bolt, will discard the lowest. Sorry, let me get this right. Silver Samurai discards the lowest power card, and Black Bolt discards the lowest cost card. So that's about as much as we've got for discarding enemy cards. I think they've said they don't want to put too much into that because they don't like the idea of, you know, not having anything to play. Oof. Alright, I'm sending a hit over there and just basicing this guy. I know Chris has been mentioning Magic a lot to me in passing. He did get me playing it on stream once. I couldn't really get into it. It's not like I didn't understand the mechanics, it was more... It wasn't entirely my cup of tea, but it was alright. I can understand why it's got a following like it has. Alright, we got there. I wasn't sure if it was MTG or... Yeah, I was going to say Hearthstone, I thought it was. I know a lot of people who started playing and creating content for Marvel Snap, they essentially started purely because Ben Bro came over. It was like, they saw his name attached and they were like, go on, we want to see what he does. I hadn't heard of him before this, to be fair. There are that many types of games like this, though, that I didn't even realise it beforehand. It's just not a genre I'd got into. Or game genre. I feel like in the year or so I've been playing Snap, though, I've picked up a fair amount of the lingo. If not all of it. I mean, I've got a deck of cards here that Chris sort of supplemented me for Star Wars Unlimited. I can't say I've got a deck I want there, but I've got an interesting set of cards to try and start with. I can imagine the longer form games are interesting. I mean, I agree with the Rania. I do like short matches, especially on a mobile game, or larger mobile game. But I can understand the appeal of a longer term game. Yeah, I mean, when we played Unlimited, it takes about half an hour, maybe? And again, in principle, I don't mind that, because it's kind of a long-term process as far as plotting your moves out and all that, but it's certainly something where if you were doing it on stream, you would have to visualize it very well. I think I've seen people trying to stream Star Wars Unlimited though. I'll admit I have turned this around to that game. I know you were talking about MTG and whatnot. It just reminded me of that. I don't know if it's gone over the pond. There was we got the general election over here, and there was a Conservative minister. I think he was the chair of the Conservative Party actually, who was asked a question about if he'd parachuted himself into a safe seat ahead of the election, essentially making sure he could get re-elected easily. And instead he decided to just completely answer his own question. It was, I mean, if it wasn't so sad for modern politics, it'd actually be funny. But it's that bottom line of not wanting to answer the question and choosing to answer one of your own. You like card games, but you don't want to collect them in real life online. Yeah, I can get that. I mean, it's like for myself. I feel like this right now is just something that I can have a bit of fun with if I'm going around a mate's house. I'm not too stressed about like getting cards or like having to, how do I phrase it, having to build up collections. You know, there might be a point when I'm like, you know what, I want to try and get this deck I've got nice, but I'm not going to stress about it or anything. And I think that's actually the beauty of like a physical game rather than an online one. I think the card acquisition is definitely an issue. I mean, like I said, at the start of the year I did play a new account. I was like, I want just to see what it's like for a new player playing Snap. And it wasn't bad, but I think the big issue I found is it's very difficult to get some archetypes going really well. Like, some very good cards that really shouldn't be as hard to get as they are. And you can't help but think, well, when I say good cards, I don't mean like new cards or expensive cards. I just mean like, I'm worried about going over explaining here, but essentially in Snap you've got 5 tiers of cards. You've got your beginner cards, which are called Pool 1, then Pool 2, 3, 4, 5, and essentially some of the good cards are in Pool 3. It takes about months to get there, and that's the frustration, because you kind of want to get to Pool 3 within a week, I'd say. Whereas even if you're grinding quite consistently, it can be hard to get to Pool 3. Yeah, I mean, Sarah's a very rough one not to get early. I mean, I've heard suggestions in the past saying, what happens if they put these cards in a bundle? And I'm thinking, but people shouldn't have to pay to get them. You know what I mean? It's like, the one that comes to my mind is Venom. And this is where I was going with the archetype, right? I remember on missions, there was a mission to destroy X number of cards. Your missions are your dailies. And I was like, okay, I can do something with destroy. But because you haven't got a card like Venom, which is arguably one of the best destroy cards, it's hard to actually get it going. It feels like half a deck rather than a complete deck. I mean, when Kit was playing Snap, I remember you were saying to me how you couldn't get, I think it was Death. And again, that's another one that can be very archetype defining almost, because the idea, oh, I've destroyed cards, so I get a benefit of Death. And it's like, I'm not saying you should be instantly granted these cards, because I actually do understand the logic of the pool 3 system as far as, you know, it's all random what you get, and once you've gone through, you will eventually have them all. But it does feel a bit wrong that you can't. It's where you kind of want some of the pool 3 cards to drop to pool 2 so they're easier to get. I suppose the difficulty then is to actually code it, because as if you go into the actual keywords and type destroy, I'm sure it wouldn't come up with every destroy card or every destroy archetype card. And I think that would be the challenge, coding it in. I mean, you think if you type move in, it would bring up Cyclops. Hey up, the artist formerly known as Angels. How you doing, Bailey? How are we looking? We're looking alright, actually, aren't we? We've got 50 on each. I've already had taunts from Kit about not having this done already, as far as you'd have had it done ages ago, so I'm just going to knuckle down and try and get this done, so I'm not doing it till, well, 6:30. 6 bars of health there, so I'm going to hit that one. There we go, nicely over. I'm doing alright, how about yourself? Done both our GAs, so yeah. This is kind of where raids have fallen for me. It's like the thing you do when you're just kind of winding down and you've got nothing else you want to do. And then I can understand why there's a bit of frustration about why I don't do Snap, but it's like, well, at least I'm staying in the Swaggo category if I'm doing this. Oh, that's nice. I say, should have a good time with you. I feel like I should ask the reverse of that, but maybe it's in my own head. I'm like, Grandma probably enjoys time with grandson. 1, 2. Oh, it's nice to hear that. Oh, I know my cousin, he does try and spend time with my aunt, you know. So it's one of those where, even though I haven't had grandparents for a little bit now, it's like, oh, you always think about it and you go, it's nice seeing people looking after the relatives like that. Yeah, grandparents can be a bit like that. Going to my granddad wasn't, but I would like to think my nan would have been. Even if you are politely going, I'm okay. Just by the by, I've just seen that from you, Kit, and I'm like, I didn't actually understand this until the other day when I was actually looking at these cards. Let me just open the box. Here we go. I didn't realise that this is what you were talking about, essentially, where, if I just show you this one. Sorry, I'm working inverted here. Like, we've got red and, like, a white colour there. I didn't realise that was what there was, like, a common thing there. Because when I was just talking about it, Chris was saying, oh, it's a red-white card. This is a Star Wars Unlimited card. It isn't MTG, it isn't Magic the Gathering, but I couldn't help but be just chuckling at the notion of, yeah, the two games maybe share more than just similar mechanics, but they also maybe borrow the same style, if you like. That was Cassian. I was using Cassian as my deck leader. I've got Cassian, Jin, and Sabine as options, so I did like Cassian at the time, but I'm not sure if I'd swap him for something else. We talking about in like Star Wars? Cassian's got a bit of room to grow for sure. I'm really looking forward to Andor Season 2. Oh, hang on, we're talking about the actual character model in SWOG. Oh, definitely, yeah. You just actually show and show. I don't know why I feel the need to do Sean Connery impressions when I use the word structure. It does raise the point, though, that I think Jin needs a touch-up. I mean, how far behind Jin looks compared to Cassian? It's like, come on, give her a bit of love. Just a little face job. Considering she's such a great tank for Adrad as well, it's like, you know, she's played a lot more than Cassian. It'd be nice to see Jin a bit more. Right, I think this is it. Well, there's one thing, we're getting me raid attempts in. What's next? It's been a while since I had a look at it. I don't actually think it's on my server, I think it's on Hermits. Here we go. It's Rex and Chewie. Okay. I really want to find out what these new raid units are going to be. I mean, we know it's going to be Galactic Republic. We know it's going to be Separatists and Gungans. I don't think they've said Jedi separate from Galactic Republic, have they? So it's definitely in that category of what are we actually going to be getting. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I'm pretty sure it'll be interesting whatever, but it's like I've got Kylo and Beck in my head. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't on there. Well, saying that, would it be too generous? Well, a lot of people are taking back up to Ralix just because he's a good character, so would they be like, no, we're not giving you that. But for this, they did give us Han and Piet that were already R8s. So it's like, it feels wrong to second guess them in that sense. I'll let you catch up. Again, it feels like one of those situations where you prepare for the worst. You know, you assume that they won't do the kind thing. But the possibility is they might just. There's no reason they won't, other than pessimism. Which isn't really a reason, it's a feeling. I mean, you might want a Rallicum. I don't particularly want a Rallicum. I will be upfront about that. I mean, it would justify your Kit Fisto. I think you did Kit Fisto, didn't you, Pen? I think Kit actually did Kit. I think we always have to be wary of power creep, but I get your point. You got Kit to R5 for TB, right. Ooh, I dodged. Not bad, that. Yeah, I mean, I think TB platoons are always an interesting thing. I mean, Kit's got a TB mission, so I don't think he'll be more incentivized, shall we say. You know, there's already a reason to do him. I think the sign that people haven't done him is an indication of what they think about it. Alright, we're going to try this. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything too crazy, but maybe it's just how it is for me. You know, like maybe I already had a lot done, so I just haven't received a lot. How I see it, it was freebies anyway, so I don't mind if I haven't got it and others did. It's funny, I thought that was like a starter one. Well, I say a starter one, but like one that they brought out a while ago. Is it the strawberry daiquiris, by the way, that are causing the uneven typing? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I don't think I'm going to get a good score with these two, but I'm at that point of I just want to score. I think I can get about 1 million with these, so if I can just hang in for this phase, I should be alright. It's Nisa that's looking on death's door. I mean, look at that! Went down to 3 in the blink of an eye. And she's down. Alright. Auto basic. .026. That's about what we expect. Yeah, we're just a little bit shy. But I've gone over on others, so I should be okay. Alright, next one is Lando, 3PO, and Hera. And then it's Chirp a Wicket Wedge. I should know this by now. No worries, Aranya. No worries. Catch you around. If there's any folks around who are planning on staying on Twitch after I've finished, feel free to give me a heads up where you want to go. I don't know who's online yet, I'm guessing maybe Ranger? But Any ideas? Give me a holler. That way I can get a raid launched to him. Yeah, let's skip that trap. Another little thing, right? I was talking recently about the idea of maybe doing level 100, you know, rather than capping at 85. What if it was level 100? I wonder what it'd be like if you went and did the raid at level 100. Like, these are 90s. You'd think in theory we could actually get, like, max crate on it all. I mean, you've got no idea how the stats change, but in principle you'd think more power equals easier time getting through. Okay, so go for that one. I'm not sure if it's effective splitting my attacks up as often as I do. It's like in my head, it feels right to try and take them out in one blow, but it doesn't really land the way I'd like it to. Might be one that's better when it's 2v2 rather than 3v2. You'd like to think that if they're going to go and tweak Grievous and that, they'd also just look under the hood and fix Dooku as well. You'd like to think. I mean, I'm not saying they are going to, but it'd be nice to think. I never said anything. By the way, when do I yell? Okay, so we're not getting a good score here, but I'm banking it. That's a slight difference as far as like that's typing. Exclamation marks have got a different kind of oomph to them. Plus, it takes a lot to get through to fat kids sometimes. If you don't exclaim, you never go and get through it. You know what? I'm going to retreat here and I'm going to let go on full auto. I like that. I just got a cheap tick there, I think. He did make me laugh the other day, actually. He sent me a WhatsApp. Well, sorry, I'll reverse that. I sent him a WhatsApp about taking my fulcrum to R7. And he was like, oh, you got to get the Omicron. It's great for territory wars. And I'm like, I know. I'm going to have to do it once I've got Cal swords and all this lot. And he's like, well, don't... what was he actually said? Let me get the words right, just so I don't misquote. It was... Okay, trust me when I tell you it's worth every penny, but most folks don't believe me anyway. And I said I never said I don't believe you. I just find it funny you got so uber defensive straight away, and I'm like, I believe you. It's a great Omicron in TW, it's just I'm not that offensive a TW player, so I'd rather make sure I can get Cals at the same time. Because I think that is how it works, isn't it? If you get Cal's Omicron, it can go on defense because essentially, even if you kill Cal, the Omicron still persists because Cal was in the team. If I remember right. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where it's a very, I won't say a luxury Omicron, but when I'm talking like, oh, I need Marin, I need this, I need that, it gets very hard to give Fulcrum an Omicron, let alone Cal. But saying that, I do like the idea of putting the guild's needs before my own where I can, so if it got to that point, I'd be like, yeah, go on, sure, I'll put it down. Alright, Fleet Arena. And before I go, I'm just going to fill these in. So, I would like it on record that my platoon says Operation 1, Ugnaught. Am I going to get triggered? No. Go and say, people are playing nice with me. Okay. It's funny actually, I used to get requested for Sana as well, but I'm assuming someone else got Afra in the guild. Yeah, I'm guessing someone over here needs to do Sana now. Oh, I'm sure it was a missed opportunity, Kit. Alright, let's go here. So, let's close this down. Let's send a raid off. This button, yep. How often I do this? I should know it by like the back of my hand now, but apparently I don't know the back of my hand. One Pratt's on. Let's go there. Okay. Just rub it like a magic 8 ball. Yeah, so it's been a very quiet day as far as all the things I would be looking at the side of my screen for. We've had follows from Ren and Kinga losing, so thank you very much. I don't know why I said it's been quiet, I've had quieter. Alright, so, raid off to Womprat. I'm going to be back sometime on Thursday. Going to probably play Fallout, so if you fancy tuning in for that, feel free. Friday we'll be back for Chore Quest, and Monday we'll be doing... Actually... Ooh, I've just remembered, no, it won't be on Friday, because that's England, so... Actually, we're not going to do a Chore Quest stream this time. Hey! Yeah, so... That means we can do 3 Fallout streams this week. So, yeah, let me get that right. Thursday, Saturday, Monday, Fallout. If you fancy it, tune in. If not, back the week after for Swaggo. So until then, see you folks. Bye for now.